is an armchair expert, but he makes mistakes all the time. Thank God Monica's here. She's gonna let him have the facts.
2 peas in an hour, Monica, I'm actually concerned.
Oh.
A little scary.
That's a lot
I
of
only
peas.
pee once a day.
Yeah,
Once a day.
I know. I mean,
And 2 in an hour, you're like,
some
what?
would think that's scary, but
Initially, that part's scary, but then you
Usually.
get used to that.
That's right.
And then it's scary if she goes twice in an hour.
Yeah. Well, I did think for a minute that I was getting a UTI, but I'm not.
Okay.
It's my mom's fault because she
She gave you dirty underwear?
yeah. She does my laundry. No, she takes cranberry pills. She's been taking them for a long time, and she like swears by the cranberry pills. And so I started taking them for a while. And then I stopped. And so when I was home for Christmas, she was taking hers and she said, "Are you still taking your cranberry pills?" And I said, "No, I'm not taking them anymore." And she was like, "Why?
I don't fuck
You
with
should."
those anymore.
Yeah. She was like, "Why? You should take them." Whatever. And I was like, "I'm not taking them." And then on New Year's Day, I called and we were talking about our resolutions. And she said, "What are your resolutions? Cranberry pills?" And I was so annoyed. I was
Wow.
like, "No, I'm not doing it." Like 3 or 4 days later, I was like, I think I'm getting a UTI. And I had to go pick up some good old cranberry pills.
She'd be so happy, right?
I
How
told
could
her-
she not?
I just told her I'm back taking the cranberry pills. I didn't tell her
You didn't
that.
admit
No, I didn't.
it was under duress.
I did not.
Well, I'll just say in a forthcoming episode soon, next week,
Yeah.
we have a guest on who's talking about throwing a birthday party, and I went on and on about how I don't want a birthday party. And half the episode is about how I don't want a birthday party. And we walked out of the garage from that interview, and I was like, that's weird. Kristen's got a man over in the swimming pool.
A big man.
Yeah, I did.
Manly
I did
man.
not notice it was Aaron at first. I was just like, oh, she's got a man over. I saw a little bit of, there was a woman in the mix, and I'm like, oh, these are her singing friends.
Friends over, yeah.
Yeah. So then I come around the hedges, and I see my son's here, Sharon Beasley.
Yeah.
And I go,
He's in the hot tub.
my very first thought, not to get too dark for the cherries, but this is our past. I'm like, the only time Aaron has ever shown up in California without letting me know he was coming was the day I opened my apartment door in Santa Monica, and Aaron was standing there, and it looked like he had been drugged behind a car for a week, and he had been smoking crack for 5 days.
Oh, you can't.
In a tiny moment of, I think I'm going to die or go get on an airplane and fly to my dad, he got on an airplane.
So
and
you
flew to
thought
me. I was-
something bad was happening?
I was already sober
Oh,
for a year
no.
maybe at that point.
yeah.
I just got a bit of a PTSD. Like, why would Aaron just be here without telling me he's coming?
But did it make you feel better that he was in the hot tub and laughing?
Well,
I said, surprise. And he goes, are you coming off of crack again? And I said, I'm here and I'm healthy.
Oh, good.
I mean, I didn't really think
And
that.
Ruthie was there too. So
But you never know. She might have been like, we got to get Aaron to
an intervention. Oh, God.
It wasn't that really deep, as
Yeah.
I'm saying. I just had this really weird moment where this has only happened one other time. So Kristen at that point had to acknowledge, you're having a surprise party. I've planned a party, and I brought Aaron and Ruthie here for the party. And then I was really excited.
Good.
Because I didn't have to ask anyone to come. I didn't have to get scared about that. There wasn't a bunch of time for me to worry about who's not going to show up.
Yep.
Because it was just going to be the next day, which was last night.
It was perfect timing. She planned, she knew she was going to tell you, which I thought was a good plan, that there wasn't going to be a real jump out moment. And also, Rob and I did great acting because during that interview, we all knew.
You already knew.
Of course, we knew.
Did you feel so bad for me? Like, what a dum-dum. He's digging himself deeper and deeper.
No, I was just like, oh, this is going to be a funny moment.
Yeah.
But then I also was like, if he is then mad that this is happening or anxious, we had an interview scheduled the day of your party, which was yesterday.
Yeah.
And it was scheduled for 2:00. The party started at 5:00.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, okay, I think we should probably move up the recording. When is she going to tell him? Because he needs to have enough time to do his research. He's going to be mad if he doesn't have enough time to do his research. And if he already doesn't want the party.
Fear of how I'm going to react to everything. I'm learning terrible stuff about myself
Doesn't
right
want the
now.
party to happen. He's going to be even more mad
He's
about
going to hit
it.
people. He's going to hit the children.
But you were very happy.
Hey, my son's there, so I'm happy right away. Aaron's here. This was unexpected. I had just seen him a couple days before in Detroit.
I mean, which was a surprise, or it was
Last minute
and so exciting. I was like, oh, I get to see Dad
Twice.
before my trip and get to pretend that it's our last night together.
Too.
Yeah.
But Aaron's only been here for 10 minutes, but boy, we've already had a very eventful trip.
Yep.
So yesterday, before the interview and the fact check that was moved up, I said, you want to go for a ride in the new station wagon? To which Aaron was like, absolutely. So we went for a little rip around town. It was so fun. And then I was like, let's quickly, I think we can, before the fact check, we'll get some eggs. So we stop at Cafe 101. We parallel park the wagon on the street. We go inside, we sit down, we're there for, I don't know, a minute and a half.
Yeah.
And a stranger walks in and he looks at me and goes, white car? And I go, yeah. And he goes, it's on fire.
Horrible.
And I just,
PTSD.
oh my God.
Too many fires in this city.
I sprint out of the restaurant. I'm fully expecting it to be engulfed in flames. So we sprint outside, get to the wagon. Sure enough, there is smoke coming out of the hood. Pull the hood pins, open it up. A wiring harness is on fire. There's flames. I don't know how this worked. Did you see this happen?
The spit?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just went, I spit as hard as I could at the
Fire and it went out.
It went out. I might have a superpower I didn't know about.
I was just grabbing a fire extinguisher. And I couldn't figure out how to pull the plastic pin off. And by the time I got the pin, I was watching him and he went, and the fire was gone. It's just smoldering.
I don't know how that worked.
I do worry about that with fires, about using the fire extinguisher, because it's not something you can practice.
Well, you should, I guess. I realize that.
Yeah.
Oh, I should know how to do this.
Yeah, I know. I have one by my bed, and I look at it a lot, and I think, I don't really know how.
Yeah, you should get the safety off and everything ready to go.
It seems really simple, and then also when you think about it, it seems really hard.
There's a video of Taylor Swift trying to use one in her kitchen, and she's also like, what the fuck?
She didn't do a good job.
She did end up doing a good job, as she always does.
Good job.
Yeah.
Was something on fire in front of her?
Yeah, in her kitchen.
Oh.
Yeah.
And someone was running video.
Yeah.
And then I'm piecing together because there's now a woman behind the car who I guess was either parking or got in her car. And then what became obvious is she must have got the hotel guy. But I do wonder, had we not just had the fires, if like she would have been so incredibly, she might have saw smoke coming out of her car. I'm like, it's not my problem.
Exactly.
But yeah, everyone's on such high alert that I think she immediately
I think that's right. She's like, this whole area is about to like
and then
ignite.
I was then thinking like, oh my God, what if I had set another round of fires in Hollywood?
You finally got Los Feliz.
People would have been like, that entitled bastard.
I know.
Why has he got to have these cars that catch on fire?
These old new cars that keep catching on
Yeah,
fire.
he can afford a new one, but he bought an old one.
He should be driving electric. That wouldn't caught on fire.
He went near the end of it.
Yeah, but you can drown in them. I shouldn't say that.
Well, when they catch on fire, you can't go breathe anywhere near them, as we're now finding out.
True.
That's the crazy part.
But also, that horrible story, and I don't know all the details, so I don't, and it's very sad, but Mitch McConnell's sister-in-law.
Oh, drove into a pond?
Yes, in a Tesla, and couldn't get out and died.
Oh.
And I think it might have to do with that Tesla. It probably shuts down in
the
water.
door opens electrically,
yeah.
not mechanically. Or I think, I don't want to be sued.
I think there's a release on there as well.
If you had read the manual and practiced like a fire
It's like
extinguisher.
the fire extinguisher. No one's doing that.
It's in the
In the
door,
heat of
though.
the
It's right
moment.
there.
It's what?
It's right there in the door, though.
Oh, okay.
Well, apparently people came and tried, and they were there, and they couldn't.
Yeah, I'm vaguely aware of that.
Yeah, I probably talked about it before.
I think you did.
Yeah.
It was when you were wanting everyone to have a window
Yeah, now
smasher.
I have one of those smashers.
Oh, nice.
Aaron, I have an update for you.
Oh, please.
I think one of the last times you were here, we were talking about my running.
Yeah, I remember this.
Yes, and I want you to know, since then, a sign has been put on the yard, not by me, that says no. It says no dogs allowed / no trespassing. I forget
No
exactly what it
congregating?
says.
No.
It says something explicit, like
Really?
no more of this. So it was solved for me.
I thought you were going to bring up his chest hair. That's where I thought this was going.
No.
The last time he was here, you talked about having shaved his chest hair and how
Right.
sexy he felt.
Okay, so what's the update on that?
Well, I just had my back shaved again.
Are you making cashmere?
I should, because it's
Oh
an
my God.
enormous amount of fur that comes off.
Aaron.
Really quick, Aaron, I've never let you feel this.
No, but I've
You'll be
seen
a
it,
very
yeah.
select group. Go ahead and touch
Be
that.
really
And give
careful.
an honest what you think about that.
Oh my God.
Is that not the
soft.
softest thing you've ever felt?
Can I sleep with it tonight?
There's a blanket made of that.
No. Oh,
So you
careful.
can make some. I know you got to be careful.
Precious.
That is, it is cashmere, isn't it?
It sure is. There's no denying
Wow.
it. And you know now Delta's leg hairs are in here too.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
So we're getting it. We're harvesting from my back and her legs.
The whole family.
Maybe it can be a joint, Aaron's hair, because then we can really get some movement on it.
At the risk of hurting Aaron's feelings,
Oh.
Aaron has had dense body hair his whole life. He's a man. He's always been a man. I'm not. I've always not been a man. I've always felt like a
Little boy.
preteen
Yeah.
or a woman next to him. And he's always had a gorgeous Burt Reynolds chest hair since we were 17.
Okay, so you think it's coarser?
I think it's coarser. Would you?
Yeah. Yeah, all I'm saying is the amount.
Yeah. Okay, well, you don't
on
have
the
to have cashmere. We can do mohair for you.
So Ruthie just shaved me again with the dog. It's got a vacuum. I may have said this before, but
I don't think. I don't
it
know.
has a hose, and you watch it accumulate in a chamber. And this is so fun because that's why I realized, I'm like, oh my God, I have so much hair, like this much. Like, came off my back.
Whoa.
Ruthie's super grossed out by it.
Well, she can't touch the cashmere then.
Yeah.
I know we're both getting hair now everywhere. It's maddening. But have you noticed? Have we already talked about our armpit hair? Have you noticed your armpit hair will be 2 feet long sometimes?
If we haven't talked about it, yeah, I've been chopping mine.
With scissors?
Yeah.
Same. I now give myself like a haircut
Yes.
in my armpits.
Me too.
And then I have this very weird, do you have this where it's like, I have it in my mind it's supposed to be some length, or else why would it be that long?
Sure.
Because when I'm tempted to just like cut it
the
as
whole
close to the
thing.
skin as possible, so I have to do it less. But then I think, shouldn't it be some length?
I wonder that too.
Can you just grow it out just so we can see how long it gets?
You're right. There should be video
Yeah.
evidence of some of this.
You know why I had to finally confront it, other than like maybe my kids pointed it out and I was embarrassed, but also you can't even get your deodorant to the skin anymore
Sure.
because it just clumps up in your hair. And then you have dingleberries in your armpit. And you're like,
Yes.
what the fuck is going on? Why am I a mess like this?
Dreadlocks.
Well, 50, not Aaron.
Yeah, not yet.
Not even close.
6 months.
So let's talk about your party.
Okay, great. How about you guys talk about my party?
Oh,
It was a yacht rock theme.
It was a yacht rock theme. It was at my favorite roller skate rink, Moonlight Rollerway.
Yep.
To name drop, Kimmel made the playlists, as he's made me many playlists in the past that I love.
Yeah.
And Kristen enlisted him to do that. Tons of blasts from the past. A lot of my groundlings friends. Just an incredible, perfect group of people. My dad came all the way out from across town. Tom Hansen.
Adam Perry Lang made
Adam
barbecue.
Perry Lane cooked.
It was incredible.
Yeah, did you get on both the meats?
I just had the pork.
The pork ribs.
Yeah.
Are you-
so insane.
How good were those?
They were so good. And the cornbread was so good.
Oh, it was damp as a motherfucker. It was like a what do you call it? Cake?
Pound cake.
Pound cake.
Yeah, it was delicious.
I was really excited about the Adam Perry Lane of it all because most of my friends that were there didn't know about him. And I don't know what their expectations were at a roller skating rink, how good the barbecue is going to be. But he is one of the best barbecue. He does these pop-ups around LA, and there's fucking lines around the block. Yeah, and he's just there cutting ribs.
At a roller skating rink.
Yeah.
It was really sweet of him to do that. He's a very nice man.
He is incredibly
I've also enlisted him to teach Kristen how to make crepes for Christmas one year, her birthday, I forget. And like got her all the machinery and stuff, and now she knows how to make crepes.
She's stuck with it. She goes through little phases. There's no crepes for months and months and months, and then there's crepes 10 days in a row. She cooks them compulsively.
Well, I guess
hope
we got to
there's
talk
crepes
about
tomorrow.
Well, exactly. So
Oh, you should bring that up. She would love to.
I thought I had a craving for crepes like
Crepe craving.
3 days ago. And it was 9 p.m., so I didn't think it was possible for me to get it, but I wanted it so bad. And then the next day I told her I was craving them. She said, I'll make them for you. And then guess what the word was on Wordle today?
Crepes.
Plural or singular?
Singular.
Singular.
Isn't that weird?
That's suspicious. So normally, this is Delta's birthday party is here every December, and we always get the rink for 2 hours. And it's always my commitment to skate as long as possible because it's such a unique opportunity. But the window of this party was 5 p.m. till 10 p.m. And I was like, Oh, I got to back up. One other thing that happened, because I didn't know I was having a party, is that day before, I rode the furthest I've ever ridden on my new road bike.
Oh.
I told you, I passed your house a couple different times. Armchair sent me. I was even paparazzi'd. I didn't know it.
Oh.
Yeah, I went everywhere. I was down the LA River, down past Spoke, then out in Glendale, then back into Silver Lake. Wow. So that whole day when I came out and he saw him in the pool, I was like, I went too hard. I can barely walk. And then she said 5 to 10 were skating.
Then we got
I was like,
5 hours of skating.
And we're going to skate. We're going to skate hard. And one thing I got to add is people really went for it with the yacht rock theme. Aaron had an incredible outfit.
He really did.
Turnkey bought off of Amazon.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
Yeah,
Captain's
it was white.
outfit. It was white.
All white.
On white.
Hat. Pipe. The pipe really pushed
was
it over.
Great.
I don't even know why it makes sense.
It
but
doesn't, does it?
I don't know. I can't I'm racking my brain of where there's some famous image of a captain
it's
with
like
a pipe.
I Love Boat or whatever.
But again, I don't even think on Love Boat that
What's
was
that
happening.
other one where they're all shipwrecked?
Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, Gilligan's
The
Island.
skipper didn't smoke a pipe.
Did Gorton's fishermen have a pipe or something?
Oh, yeah. But again, that's a yellow rain
This is
slicker.
like Mandela effect. We all just think we know these captains have pipes, but none of them do.
I don't think any of them do. And how long had it been since you skated, Aaron?
Probably 7 years.
7 years.
I was a lot heavier, and
You were at 320 at that point.
Yeah, and I remember really because I was like, I'm gonna do this, and and I was real wobbly, and then after a few laps, I was expecting everyone to be watching me because I thought I was that good. So fucking stupid. I'm like, oh, really? I'm just a fat guy roller skating, and I'm old.
But you're waiting for them to notice how fucking cool you look.
Yeah. Like,
Shit, I didn't know your old man ripped.
everyone's gonna high five my fucking kids.
Hoist you up on their
They
shoulders.
probably got beat up the next day.
Well, despite that, you did quite well. And Monica, let me thank you in public. You have sat out the last 2 skatings.
I have. But then it was your birthday, and so I thought, I got to do it for your birthday.
It was so sweet of you.
And did it, you did.
I did it. I did like
You did quite a bit of skating.
I did like 12 laps or something, maybe more.
I think more. 'Cause
I'd say, yeah.
I want to say you were out. You had 3 different sessions, didn't you?
I had multiple sessions. Even after eating, I put them back on.
And I learned earlier today, that you actually had gone out by yourself to do a little trial run like the garage in Tennessee.
I did, where I learned to ride my bike.
Yes.
Yeah, I got a little nervous not having been on them for a couple years, and I was first to arrive at the party. And so I just went out on my own and did a little practice.
Yeah.
Found my sea legs. I'm not good on them. Ryan tried to help me. He was like, you go more side side to side. I go more front to back, I guess.
Yeah.
It's sort of my proprietary move. So I'm just not very good at it, but it's fine. It's hard for me to not be good at it. But yes, you kill it.
I ate shit though. Let me say that.
Once.
So, and by the way, on the way there, I said to Aaron, okay, if you haven't gone in a long time, a prediction for you is you think you're going to be bad, and then you're going to get out there and go, oh my God, I'm actually quite good. And then you're going to get overconfident in about 15 minutes. And then that's when the big wreck comes. And I had been skating for a good hour and a half, 2 hours at this point. I was very loose. I was feeling very confident. And I decided, you know what, as I skate by Joy, because she was high-fiving people on the sidelines. I'm like, you know, it's going to be radical, so I'm going to blow by shooting the duck.
Oh, is that what you were trying to do?
Oh, did you think I just fell out of nowhere?
No, I knew you were doing something with Joy, but I didn't know that was
So for people who don't know, shooting the duck, you get on one skate and you bend down. I can't even bend down on one leg if I wasn't wearing skates, especially with the biking from the day before and the 2 hours of skating. And I got halfway into this commitment and realized I'm going down. And I went down pretty hard on my hip.
Yeah, it scared me.
Luckily, you were on the rink at that moment.
I was.
And you were right behind me, so you saw the whole thing.
I did.
Made a loud enough noise that I think everyone looked.
I missed it.
I don't think
You
so,
missed it?
actually.
I was skating, but I missed it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I'm not sure if I wish you had. Or
I wish I had, but
yeah, of course.
You skated up to me and you go, the fucking duck bit back.
The duck shot me.
I was like, what? And I didn't even know that happened.
You got up really fast, and you didn't look hurt.
That's the goal.
Yeah, but I knew you were.
And then you hadn't seen, I knew you were. You hadn't seen Fall Guy.
Right.
And so, have you seen Fall Guy?
I did, yeah.
Oh, what a movie, right?
So good.
Every time the stunt's over, they give the thumbs up, like I'm good. They're not good. Their back's broken. They're like, right. So then I was like, I gave the thumbs up, and for the people who had seen it, but you hadn't seen it. And then I felt compelled to try to explain to you my jokes. I was
came back around.
Yes, I was in a good deal of pain, and I had given you the thumbs up, and I needed you to know that was enough. I was making
I said,
a joke.
"Are you okay?" And then you gave the thumbs up, and I was like, "Oh." And then you had to come back and tell me what, in fact, wasn't okay.
I was not okay, but I kept going. I was like, is my hip fractured? Maybe it's fractured. Let's just keep going. There's nothing they can do for that. So you can put a caster on your hip.
This is why it's really, roller skating is so tricky, because you have to commit if you're going to have fun and if you're going to be good. But then you will fall. So you're choosing.
Especially if you try to show off like me.
Well, once you're feeling it, like everyone's going to try. And that's what I don't do. I just do half because I don't want to fall.
Yeah.
And I don't fall, so that's great.
Yeah.
But then
there
it's
were very
half.
few falls last night.
Right.
In fact, kind of a shocking few falls.
Yeah.
Because at Delta's party, the first few years, people were going out really bad. People had wrist injuries.
Yeah.
It was like 20% of the dads were fucked up the next week.
Anna fell last time.
Yeah, she went down pretty hard.
Yeah.
I saw that.
And everyone also, you see it, and then you just you kind of look away.
Yeah.
Let people recover on their own.
Well, no, so that's a great, as you know, I like getting embarrassed. And when I fell down at the movies, I was laughing hysterically. But the pain was so sharp. Like, I wanted to laugh because it's just embarrassing. I tried to shoot the duck. Joy watched the whole thing. Her friend's watching. She doesn't know me, so there's a new person. At least Joy's my sister.
Yeah.
I've known her for 12 years. It was painful enough that I couldn't actually get to the laughing part. I just got to,
you were smiling pretty big, though.
Well, I was performing, yeah. I came out of retirement from acting and put on a real good thing. And then gave a thumbs up, and only 2 people got it because I thought everyone saw Fall Guy and they hadn't.
Stay tuned for more Armchair Expert, if you dare.
We are supported by Allstate. Allstate partnered with Armchair Expert to be the presenting sponsor of this episode, so thank you, Allstate. Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first.
Like, to check if you have a full tank of gas before you go out on a road trip. You just know that.
Yes, or to check yourself in the mirror to make sure there's nothing in your teeth first before you start recording a video ad.
Oh, gosh, yeah. I
Do I have anything in my teeth?
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
Like, you have to check your breath before you have a first kiss.
Sure, cup and blow and sniff.
Also, you have to check to make sure your clothes aren't on inside out before you put them on. Oh. I do.
Or upside down. Check to see if there's some paste on your brush before you start brushing your teeth. These are simple things.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. This content is intended for audiences in the U.S. only. Savings vary. Terms apply. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
And then Kristen, somehow, I haven't even asked her the logistics, but our favorite treat in the world from Michigan is Saunders Bumpy Cake. For people who've never had Saunders Bumpy Cake, it is a chocolate damp devil's food cake base, and then these huge ribbons of Twinkie filling, all covered in a fudge icing. Did you try it?
Yeah, I did. I hadn't had it before. I loved it.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I loved it.
That's not your thing?
Oh, fuck yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
Now
okay,
it is.
Yeah, okay. Right,
It was really good.
When we were kids, you didn't love chocolate.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I do know. I had some for breakfast this morning.
You did. And I fucking went nuts. I had my immune suppressant before the party because I knew we were going to have bumpy cake, and I ate way too much. So I coupled the hip pain with I made myself sick, but then I was like, you must get out and push through all of this. Did another couple hours of skating. It was fan. It was a great party.
It was a lovely party.
And as I told you, what was really kind of novel about this party, because I've had them in the past, I get feeling really guilty, like Tom Hansen. He drove 50 miles across town through rush hour traffic to get to the party, and he's older. And then I'm out skating the whole time. And the whole time I'm like, I got to go sit and talk to Tom. He drove all the way here. And then virtually everyone that's showing up, I feel like I should be talking to them for a half hour. And then I had this light bulb moment where I was like, everyone here is a blast to talk to. When I look around, everyone's quite happy talking to whoever. I'm not needed here. I can stop feeling guilty about that.
Did you have the moment where you were like, oh, all these people I've collected?
Yeah, I tried to have that moment. I did. I was in the bathroom, and I actually even did my mantra for 2 minutes. I was like, I really want to, have that moment and see that. And then Tom Hansen, who knows me so well, he hugged me and he said, are you able to let any of this love in? And I said, I'm trying real hard. But also, I'm pretty sure everyone's here just because Kristen invited them. If I'm being honest.
So silly.
I know.
That's so unfair. That's so unfair to all of us.
To you, yeah. I mean,
to anyone who went.
I don't know. It's still my residual low self-esteem or something. I don't know.
It was the funnest party I've ever been to.
And there's no fucking booze there. That's saying something.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still riding on it today.
I got to push back a little bit. I guess you're not counting your birthday parties because Aaron's birthday is July 2nd, which becomes a 4th of July Aaron's birthday spectacular. It was often at his dad's farm, and it would be like a 3-day party with 50 people camping. Those were
fun.
Fucking awesome. Those were damn good.
Those were good, yeah.
But I'm happy you had a great time.
I fucking had fun, man. I had so much fun.
It was really fun.
So much fun, and I don't want you to get the wrong impression. I felt very loved.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, when you were blowing out your candle, I looked around and I was like, oh, this is so lovely.
Well, what I thought of many times is you'd be hard pressed to find a better group of 40 human beings.
So it was a really good group. I felt lucky that I had been collected.
Oh,
over the 50 years. I was happy to be there.
Did you have a favorite conversation with anyone?
I had so many. I had one I can't repeat.
Oh, okay.
That was the most memorable. It was with Eric. Yeah, it was naughty.
Oh, okay.
It was so
He's so open,
He's
though.
So
You
provocative.
think
And I can't because it's not about him.
Okay. I can't wait to hear that.
Jesus. He never fails.
Yeah.
I think I know I think there's not one thing he can say that will get me. And man,
He got you.
man, does he. I got to talk to Joy. I ate with her, and that was so nice. I hadn't talked to her in a long time.
I was excited about that. I was more
love
looking
her.
around, seeing people I love talking to each other, and watching you guys chat. I was like, oh yeah, my sisters are chatting. Yeah. And she was wearing all day glow yellow, full.
Oh yeah, like
she looked
neon.
amazing.
Yeah, neon fishnets.
So awesome.
We came up with my superhero name because we were, of course, talking about spades.
Uh-huh.
And her friend she was with was black as well. And she's like, this is the upside down world. They play spades. We don't play spades. And then her and I came up with that. My superhero name is the Appropriator. And my catchphrase is, I'll take it. I see something from your culture I like. I'll take it. The Appropriator.
Oh, that's funny. Really fun to talk to Nate and see Nate in such a long time.
Yeah, again, if Nate Tuck's at a party, what am I worried about anyone finding someone to talk to? How about you? Did you chat with anyone new that you were like, oh, that's
I loved catching up with all the like the old groundlings, your crew from back then. Like I hadn't seen Ben, Tim Lovestead, Nat.
Yes.
So that was all very fun and super comfortable. Like we all just dove into conversations that were fucking great.
Yeah, Ben sent me a text like, I talked a lot with Aaron Weekly. It was so fun.
Yeah, it was great.
And that Faxon, of course, probably stole the show. He was the same white outfit Aaron had, but his was short shorts.
Oh my God, yeah. And he was very sexy on those rollerblades.
He's so athletic.
He was so good on those.
Yeah.
Like I said, best party I've ever been to.
Oh man.
It's kind of your birthday too. You guys get to share birthdays.
Yeah, felt like it.
Yeah.
Kristen did a damn good job there.
She really did
and she was very worried. She said, he's really been talking a lot and that he's very grateful he didn't have a party. And what a load
I think
off.
she had heard me say like 4 times between my birthday and yesterday, I'm so glad I would hate a surprise party. And the poor girl had planned a surprise party.
Yeah.
He went to bed
What do you
last
think
night saying, what a
now?
load
Now
off.
that it's
Oh,
happened.
I'm so happy.
Yeah.
And that just goes to show I'm known better than I know myself in a lot of domains. Like, yeah I was delighted. As long as I didn't have to go through any of the anxiety of it all, it was absolutely delightful.
Would you have been upset if it was a real surprise? I guess there's no way to know.
I don't think so, but I don't know how you get me to the roller rink.
Exactly.
I think she would have had to tell. I'm just so annoyingly curious about why would we be doing it.
Panay wasn't going to take you to the roller rink.
The only thing that had been planned and I had been tricked on is that Panay and Nate and I were supposed to have dinner that night. That was the big plan.
Oh.
And even like on Monday, I asked Kristen, can I go to dinner with Nate and Panay? And she's like, yeah. I'm thinking she must have been laughing her buns off. The plan was coming together perfectly. And then so I was both really excited about the party. And then I was like, oh man, I was really looking forward to going to dinner with Panay and Nate. So we just decided we will also go to dinner next week.
Were you guys going to Morton's?
I hope. Hope we bring George Kittle with us. Aaron and I decided the best compliment you could give any guy is to say like, oh, I'd love to go to Morton's with that dude. Like if you don't know him, but you see him from afar and you go, fuck, I'd love to go to Morton's with that guy.
I mean, he is a great guy.
I like Dan Campbell. Can you imagine going to fucking Morton's?
You go directly to Morton's.
Don't stop.
You guys wouldn't even have to say it.
We get there and the food would be on the table.
Oh, goodness.
What's the equivalent? Is there equivalent of that for the gals?
Oh, like the spa?
No. Because there's no
that's
chatting.
a solo.
Really.
Yeah. Also, the mall, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Shopping.
Yeah.
Go right to the mall with her.
I think I'd go shopping with her.
Like, what do you want to
Shopping
do with
buddy.
Ashley and Mary Kate the first time you hang out? Besides tour.
So my pants just fell off. Exploded. My underwear fell off. I don't know if I can go shopping with them. That's confusing.
I imagine it. I would be self-conscious if I were you, because I'd be afraid everything I said I liked, you'd worry they didn't think it was good style.
I guess we would go to their store.
Okay.
And I'd say, what do you guys think I should get? I'll pay. And they'll be like, I know you'll pay. We don't give discounts.
we don't fuck around like that.
And then they'd pick out some stuff for me, and then we'd all go have martinis. They would smoke cigarettes. I wouldn't.
Oh, man. You wouldn't
maybe
smoke
you would,
with them?
No, I've never done it, and even for them, I won't.
Wow.
I'll roller skate for you, but I won't smoke a cigarette for you. So we go to bed early.
Super early.
Yeah.
Right away.
Yeah. Anyway, well, it was lovely, and I hope you feel happy today.
Oh, I do. Just I took my immune suppressant, and I think I have a cold that came back, and I think I have a fractured hip. But also just beaming with gratitude.
Yeah.
I felt hungover this morning. In fact, so many times, I don't know if you remember this. Do you remember I got like a really cool sweatsuit for Christmas and a watch, and I was at your house. We were in the backyard, and I somehow fell and fucking split my lip like wide open.
When you were little?
No, and I was like home for Christmas, and our Christmas started at a certain time, and then we had stayed up till 9 a.m. the day before, and then so I didn't wake up till 5. So I got to Christmas Eve, our big family tradition, quite late, and I just had this enormous bloody scab on my mouth from the night before, and we had a lot of those. So anyways, when I woke up, I was like, I have a headache from eating all the cake. I'm sick and my hip hurts. I feel like I was at Aaron's house
somewhere.
at 99 or something.
Okay, should we do a little just quick facts?
Some fackies?
Yeah, this is for Reid Hoffman.
Okay.
You said that Martin Luther raised literacy rates from 3% to 95%, according to AI.
Okay.
While there isn't a precise percentage readily available to quantify how much Martin Luther raised literacy rates, historical research indicates that the Protestant Reformation, largely driven by Luther's teaching, significantly increased literacy levels across Europe, with some studies showing a difference of nearly 20 percentage points between predominantly Protestant and Catholic regions. Essentially, areas with a larger Protestant population had substantially higher literacy rates, but there's no percentage.
I'm clearly way off given that percentage.
But you got it from weirdest people on
Earth.
Joseph Henrik.
Friend of
Joey
the pod. Hendrick.
Go back and listen to that one. Is our unemployment rate as low as it's ever been? The unemployment rate was 3.4% in January and April 2023, the lowest in 55 years.
55 years.
The last time the unemployment rate in the U.S. was this low was in the first 5 months of 1969. The average unemployment rate during the Biden administration was 4.1%, really low.
Yeah, very low. A lot of countries have 10% and above.
Yeah. 1984 did come out in 1949. But we think he wrote it in 1948. Yeah.
Yes. But he had said, Reid, our guest, no, it was 48, which was clever because 1984 was a flip of 48.
Yes. And we still think that's true.
Yeah.
But it did not come out until 49. The price of Bitcoin today is $104,627.70.
Wow. Aaron, did you watch that Greatest Heist doc on Netflix?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, in a nutshell, these two incredibly weird people. I don't feel bad saying that.
Their names are Ilya Dutch Lichtenstein and Heather Razzle-Khan Morgan.
Yeah. So a bit of a clue in their names. And they stole. I always say stole. That's one of my things. They stole 70. Yeah, there they are.
Oh, man.
Boy, that photo of him on the left. He might have Stockholm.
This makes me feel sad, actually.
Oh, it's not. Yeah, you are not happy for either of them. But they stole $72 million in Bitcoin that they really couldn't unload. So they just held it. By the time they were arrested, it was worth $4.5 billion. So it's the greatest theft in the history of the world.
Oh my God, no, I have not
now
seen
worth
this.
$10.8 billion.
Now worth $10.8 billion if you had $72 million.
It was stolen from Bitfinex or Bitfinex. I don't know. And it's a Hong Kong-based virtual cryptocurrency exchange.
Mm-hmm.
So that's yikes.
We've had friends that were involved in some thefts of that, right?
Yes, we did.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
that was of...
we have a friend that's a victim of.
A victim, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yikes.
a lot of money.
Which I can only imagine what it's worth now, because that was, 5 years ago?
Yeah, it was, yeah. Oh, I have a thing marked here. So you made a car. You designed a car using AI, and you decided you wanted to show it.
I would love to. Wob, you want to put it on the TV because you're so good at that now?
Yep. You can email me it.
Oh, and I'm going to send you one picture after that of a Ted Seegers poster that there's three actually that I really like. Let's see. Oh, I'm going to send 4 things.
Oh my God.
Because then I did something for our show.
Exciting. All on AI?
All on AI.
I played around with some merch stuff on AI. That was fun. Ooh, okay. So
Right. So
for the listener.
Yeah. So I want a 15-passenger van for Nashville because I assume we're always going to have so many people staying with us that anytime we go to dinner, we're going to need like tons of seats. So then I was like, well, I want a 15-passenger G van,
That
a
is
Chevy,
amazing.
but I want it to be John Player paint scheme. I want it wide body. I just said like not a ton of things. And it spit this one out. It spit 3 amazing ones
Did you say
out.
black
Look
and
at
gold?
that.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the John Player
people-
livery famous paint scheme. Isn't it interesting how they fuck certain things up? Like, look at the grill. It's kind of going to say Chevrolet, but it doesn't.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
It's weird. And then, like, there's normal letters on the tires and then weird abstract. And that's the third one. Look at that
Dude.
motherfucker. Can you imagine if I
Can
can...
you send that to
Or
someone
here's the weird thing it did.
immediately?
Look, and I'm only noticing now that it's blown up that big. It's got 2 gas...
Oh, it does.
yeah.
2 fuel doors
Yeah,
there.
2 fuel doors. That's weird.
Oh,
Right? You see that, Monty?
Yeah.
You need a lot of gas for that
Well, it
sucker.
probably knows I'm going to be have my foot in the kitchen the whole time. Okay, now go, Rob, to the other. Can
What
you go
is John Player?
was a cigarette brand that sponsored Formula One and racing, and they have this signature black and gold. So then, okay, so I said, make a poster for a beer brand named Ted Seegers in the style of Miami Vice.
Yeah, I have
That's
loved
cool.
this one.
Isn't that great?
That's really cool.
And again, what does it say? It doesn't say Miami
No,
beer,
it
but it
says
says like
Niamio beer.
Yeah. Almost makes you think it's like a Thai
And
beer or
like
something.
underneath it's just squiggles, kind of like
Hieroglyphics.
yeah.
Let's get that Egyptian. Okay, now
Yes.
then I said, give me a beer brand, Ted Seegers. I want a muscle car, a motorcycle, and a muscular horse.
Oh, wow. This one is a little.
The fucking horse.
That thing is ripped.
Oh, this is so funny.
All right. And then I was like, what if a beer brand named Ted Seegers sponsored a hydroplane race boat? And it made that, which is incredible.
Yeah, but what's on the side? Did you?
I think it's a
I think it's barley
Is it
or
beer
hops.
hops?
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And then look at this beautiful.
I
That's
mean,
pretty.
Get the hell out of
Really
here.
pretty. What'd you say? A crow with a cherry?
Yeah, a crow with a cherry in its beak.
Okay, but
I had to do many to come up with this one. This
Yeah.
one took a while.
Did you see this?
What's this?
That's your,
your
that was
yacht
your invite for the
Yeah.
party.
Oh, I didn't see that. It says your rock, right?
Yeah.
That's not an H, it's an R. It's YRACH.
yeah, you're right.
And captain's questionable. He's got sneakers on. Yeah, he's a jacked crow. No, I hadn't seen that. That's great. Look at that vascularity.
Oh my God, that crow is a fucking
How scared
animal.
is that other crow that's flying in the background? He's probably flying to get the fuck out of there.
I didn't realize she used AI for it.
Oh,
She must have. Well, that's that.
That was it. Those were
Yeah.
all the facts.
Those are the
That was a
facts.
fun AI detour.
Yeah.
yeah.
Unless you're listening. I guess that'll all get cut out if you're... I was just thinking if you were listening and you couldn't see any of this.
Go to YouTube and watch it.
Yeah.
All right. Love you.
We love you. Love you.
you.